Yeah, good morning, everybody. Brandon Chicowski, Operations Chief, Northern Rockies Team 2 here on the Turner Gulch Fire. Today is Tuesday, August 5th. Current size of the fire is 22,860 acres and 49% contained. Some folks out there, you may be looking at a report from yesterday on the 209. Yesterday's data, a little bit about 800 acres less than that. So we get nighttime infrared. And so we did get that 807 acres there of growth yesterday that showed up on the infrared flight. But we're going to start back up over here in the Zulu structure area. Everything up here is looking really good. We continue to come up with, make sure we have the correct plan in place for anything that maybe happened down towards in the gateway area if this fire wants to move. Okay? So overall, really good up there. Coming back around into the Division Oscar area, they continue to patrol, monitor the fire, and mop up. They had three areas down here into the area what we call H20, H25 or Hella Spot, where they did pick up three smokes fairly close to the line. So as we kind of come up, once again, where the fire is paralleling the divide road, and we come up to our Turner base camp, everything there is looking really good. We come up a little bit further into what we call our Quebec area along the Rim Trail. Um, we had this, what we call on the Eastern Horseshoe. Yesterday, did a lot of really good work in there. The hot spotting and cold trailing, just securing that edge since it's been sitting there. The other piece of that is we already started some work down here on the 416 1 Alpha Road as another barrier to eastern spread of the fire. Kind of continuing on, we move over here into the 405 road system, the 406 or the 607 trail, referred to as the snowshoe, which sits right in here. If you look at some of the more recent nighttime IR that came through, it does show that the fire has made this trail system over here. Keep in mind that there was a prescribed fire done over here in 2023. We're seeing how that fire, as it moved through the heavier fuels on the slope, and it comes into the snowshoe area and that prescribed fire, how that is going to change its fire behavior and make it hopefully more advantageous for us to go in direct with resources and crews to bring it back down. Yesterday, some additional excitement there that happened, of course, in this Division Alpha country just north of Ute Creek, in the area of Moore's Cabin, which sits up at the top of this piece of private ground. There was a spot started yesterday about 11:30, got out and established over a deep ravine and kind of started working on up. We did our best with some Type 1 helicopters to keeping that in check as it was kind of moving as a spot. And as it kind of came up, there was just way too much fire involved with that as it came right up towards the cabin. We had a couple of crews up there. They did a defensive firing operation around that cabin and there's other buildings that are associated with that. Everything there is looking good with the cabin proper in the area in there, but we now have a little bit more fire up in this area that we are actively looking at today is the best thing to do with it. Do we have the resources to kind of go direct and start to come back down into what we refer to as the western plateau right above Ute Creek or not? This western plateau is still hung up on the flatter ground. It hadn't fallen off the cliff into Ute Creek as of last night. So a lot of evaluation going on there for the best strategy to keep the fire up on the hill and out of the 141 corridor and any of the structures or values that are down in the bottom. So a lot of good work went on yesterday. We continue to see a lot of good activity today with folks on the ground, and let you know tomorrow what today brings with our fire behavior and our high temps and lower H's again. Thank you.